Hello, hello. What's up, everybody? How's it going? Welcome to another Rogues Gallery. We got the Clown World Review in the house. What's up, my man? Good to see you, brother. Clown World is here as well. Unrelated, I believe. Daddy Tutor's here. He's back here with us also. Ryan Cardner's here. What's up, my man? Good to see you too, brother. Yeah, by the way, Ryan, I know I saw you posted your link a bit ago, and we're going to be doing these every week on Thursday at the same time. So, yeah, just try to look out for that tweet. We'll get you in as early as we can. Aaron H. Jordan's in the house. What's up? What's up? Mogwai Centurion. Hello, friends. Hello to you, sir. Metal Movies and Brewskis also in here with us. We'll be talking to him a bit about Butch Cleaver. Tina Bojing, good to see you. Thank you for stopping by. And Vinny's here as well. But I'm going to introduce our lovely co-host, Nerium, and say hello to Parrothead.
Hi.
What's up, my man? And our other lovely co-host, Vinny, is in the house as well. What's up, man?
Hello.
So yeah, welcome to another Rogues Gallery. We're gonna kind of get this trucking along because we got quite a few people to talk to and talk about today. And our first guest is Duder. What's up, my man?
Ohayo gozaimasu. Good morning.
Good morning,
Oh,
sir.
that's good breakfast for you in Spanish.
Yeah, good morning in Japanese, as I'm in Japan. So,
Oh wow.
good morning.
I hope you're bringing us some really good manga.
Yeah, I like manga. At the moment, I work in a elementary school, and the kids told me to read Jujutsu Kaisen, so I'm reading that at the moment.
Ooh, awesome.
You're also reading this, I imagine.
Oh well, more than reading.
All right, so we're gonna get started with the questions. And
Yeah, sure.
Miriam, I'm gonna let you take it from here.
So I suppose you know the drill. You know, the first question is the pitch. So give us
Pitch.
a rundown.
Yeah, sure. Think Naruto, but the world is dominated by dog culture, and this is the story. So it's a young ninja and her dog companion, and they're trying to track down a stolen crown, and that's the
Okay.
story. Yeah.
Okay, the dog. You're mentioning the dog.
Yeah.
The dog that is ruling the world is also her companion.
He's not ruling the world, but the dog, the whole culture revolves around dogs.
Oh,
Yeah, so-
okay.
So yeah, dogs are the most important thing in this world.
Oh okay.
So is it the only dog over there, or are there more?
Yeah, many dogs. So the world is made up of 12 countries, and each country is named after a breed of dog. So the country that this is set is Bichon. Bichon is a type of dog.
I'll tell you what. Yeah, we'll get to that. Actually, there's going to be a question about your world/universe.
Yeah.
But before we get there, I want to say hi to Peter Charon. Thanks for stopping in, man. Always good to see you, brother. Johnny KG too. He says, "Weeb gang, rise up." Mogwai's very excited to see Katie.
Yeah, come on. It's a source country. He's in Japan. Manga. Come on, people. Manga.
All right. Well, then we'll just move on to the next question. So
As you already gave us your pitch, you could probably tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh yeah. So I've done everything. So everything, the story, the art, everything's me. Actually, this comic is inspired by my daughter.
Mhm.
Oh nice.
So the heroine is my daughter. The dog in it, her companion, that's my dog.
Aw.
And so it started life as something I wrote for my daughter, just only for my daughter. But then I realized actually it's pretty good story. So I thought I'd make it into a fully fleshed out comic.
So is your daughter like collaborating on
No,
comic?
no, she's only 4.
Oh, okay.
like when she was 2, like one of the first words she would say was nin nin. Nin nin is like the like a Japanese pop culture ninja phrase. All the kids say it. Like, so then I thought, nin nin, and her name is Nina, but my nickname for her is Nini. So then I thought, nin nin nini. That sounds like a good catchphrase. So I wrote a little comic for her. Yeah.
So when she's a little bit older, you'll probably read it to her, right? And she's probably gonna have some questions here and there.
Yeah. She knows that this is her comic, and she's seen it because I did like a test print, so she's seen the comic, but she's still a little too young to understand. But she's super happy that she's in the comic. It's her comic. Yeah.
Right. Well, maybe later. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
okay. Let's go.
Cool,
let's
cool.
go for the third question.
Well, real quick, I want to say hi to Time Prophet. Thanks for being here, my man. Hex Allen as well. Good to see you, brother. Raj H, good to see you too, man. Thank you very much for that $1.99 super sticker. I appreciate you, man. Raj H is a good dude, man. He's out there helping every channel he can.
It's a big red thumbs up, by the way.
Thank you. I didn't have that pulled up on the other screen. Thanks, Vinny.
No problem.
Hell, Raj.
Great people we got here in the chat. Hell yeah.
Absolutely. All right, question 3. Now we can get a little more in depth about these dog territories.
Yeah, I kind of thought you're gonna chime in.
Well, as you know, I love dogs. So, but basically, like one of the pitches I had was we call it the Eastern Kingdoms. They've never gone to war over things man usually go to war over. Country, power, resources. However, there's been many wars over dogs. So yeah, they each country has like a national pride in their dog, and their whole culture revolves around dogs. Everybody has a dog. If you don't have a dog, you're called a dogless, and a dogless is kind of a social outcast. There is hardly any dogless. So if you're a dogless, yeah, everybody will kind of
Scumbag.
do you know? Yeah, scumbag. Yeah, but the main one of the characters named after me, Daddy Duda, he's in the comic. He's a dogless, but he's also married to like the Bichon princess. But all the common people love him because he's a cool, relaxed dude, a bit like me. But all the nobles hate him. So the kind of culture is nobles can own pedigrees, commoners can't own pedigrees. And the nobles is split up into two types. You've got the lower nobles and the high nobles. The high nobles can only own the pedigree from their country. And then there's the main like cultural this organization in this country is called the Kennel Club, and they oversee everything, kind of like a church kind of thing. But the Kennel Club's got 2 factions, which is a normal faction, and then they got the Dog-Inquisition. The Dog-Inquisition, do you know the Spanish Inquisition?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're kind of like that, but about dogs. So they go around and they're really horrible. They torture people because it's like commoners can't own pedigrees. So if you're a commoner and you're caught with a pedigree, you're in big trouble. And they go around being kind of horrible to everyone, trying to enforce the society's rules.
So these dogs, are they like pets, or are they like characters? You know.
Only Leo is a character in the comic, but the dogs are, pets, but they're a part of the social makeup of the whole world.
Right.
So in book 2, I got a funny scene. There's like a close up in a bar. You see a really beautiful woman with a dog next to her. And then the woman's husband says to this guy, "Oi, mate, what you looking at? You better be looking at my dog and not my wife." So then the wife says, "What are you talking about? I'm more beautiful than your dog." And the man's like, no, my dog's the most beautiful thing. And then they have this, he says to this guy, "What are you looking at?" And he's like, "Yeah, your dog." And then they have a big punch up over the dog. Because like...
Yeah, the dog is very important.
So if they were in India, it would be a fight over the cows.
Yeah, kind of thing, yeah. Yeah.
My cow's better than your cow. I don't have a cow, I have a wife.
That's it.
Pretty much the same.
So like the common people, they just have a little punch up over whose dog is the prettiest. But the nobles, when they have a fight, like everybody gets involved. Like kind of you think the society is like structured around like medieval society. So like a noble owns this village. So this village goes to war with the other village. Kind of that's the setup. So when nobles fight over their dogs, yeah, have big problems.
Wookie is right. I think it does need to be adapted. To
He is right. Thanks for joining us, Wookie. What about you two, my man? Black Rose, good to see all you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for popping in. Yeah, man. Yeah, I think this would make an excellent stage musical. Let's pop on to number 4.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you kind of introduced the universe. Let's talk about the heroes themselves.
So the heroes, this is Nini, and she's a ninja in training. And there's Loyal Leo. He's yeah, that's Nini. So she's a ninja. There's more to her story, a lot more, but I can't say because it'll ruin the whole flow of the comic. There's a big secret about her identity down the line, but I can't say because it'll ruin the comic if you find out. So, but it's about her trial as she goes through. Yeah, so like it starts off. She's got to find the stolen Bichon crown.
I don't know if I want that on the screen.
What is that?
Kill that kid. And she's a kid, so she's like 12, 13, 14. She's young in the comics, so yeah. And then there's Leo, Loyal Leo. So he's based on my dog. He's a super friendly dog, but when there's food around, he's only interested in the food. You have to watch him. So he's a cheeky boy. So his character is like this in the comic. Like he's very dependable, but if there's some food around, he's not dependable. He's going after the food.
Time Power wants to know if Nini is really a dog.
No, Leo's the dog. Nini's my daughter. Yeah, Nina.
Is her secret she likes cats?
No. No.
The cat is going to be the main enemy.
No, that's part of the backstory, which again I can't go into. But I'll say there's dog kingdoms and there's cat kingdoms, and sometime in the past.
I need to stop you because we didn't get the intro for number 5.
Yeah.
All right, yes, real quick. Hello to Ethan Van Coomer. How's it going? At number 5. Now we can talk about the villains.
Yeah. Let's get into the cat territory.
So the villain in this story, it starts off this guy. His name is Zigu. He's Zigu the gun zealot. And he's a bad guy. So he's the main villain for this story. He stole the Bichon crown. In this world, there aren't any guns. So he's the only guy with guns. And he stole the crown. But the next story, there's something going to be called the League of Laziness, and the League of Laziness is like a super villains organization, but they, on the surface, they don't look like that, but deep down, they're all kind of super villains. So Zegu's a part of the League of Laziness, but he's in this story, he steals the Bichon crown. So Nini's got to track down the crown.
All right. He's the sole villain in this particular book.
In this for this story, but as the comic evolves, he's like a henchman villain. There's a super villain above him. But he's kind of like a henchman. Yeah, a lot more going on. But I can't get into that yet because the story. This is going to be like a manga length comic. It's going to take me kind of a lot of volumes to get through the story.
Wookie says, sounds like whoever has the rolled up newspaper rolls the day.
Wookie's on a roll today.
How's it going, Hicksville? Thanks for stopping in. He says, League of Laziness sounds like the people I work with. All right, we're going to wrap this up with our last question.
Yeah.
For this question, you are solely at the mercy of Miriam and her strange,
no mercy there.
her strange mind.
So the question is: would you rather wear shoes every single second for the rest of your life, or never be allowed to wear shoes ever again?
I don't mind not wearing shoes. That should be okay. I don't want to wear. I don't want to wear shoes in bed in the shower.
Yeah, that's probably a little bit uncomfy. Mm-hmm.
Kind of man. We're developed not to wear shoes, I guess. So I think I could get used to not wearing shoes.
Cool.
Probably.
I think there's this dude in the city where I live that he goes for a run every single day, and half of the time he doesn't wear shoes.
Oh yeah.
Well, that
I guess.
that actor Tom Jane, he also adapted that.
Yeah.
If you ever meet him, look down at his feet. He doesn't wear shoes.
Well, most people are agreeing with that answer, and then you have Johnny Cage who just says, "The fuck."
Don't you live on a beach, Johnny?
But no, actually, I'm going to change my mind because Tokyo summers are bloody hot, and because it's all concrete, you can feel the heat radiating from the floor.
No taxi backsies.
So maybe that's super uncomfortable. Maybe.
Then you're just gonna have to run it on the grass. So there.
There's no grass in Tokyo. It's concrete city.
Well, Pal Router, thanks for being here, my man. Saw you earlier. But yeah, that's it, guys. Check out Nin Nin Nini.
Yeah,
get that
please.
Right? And the Crown Thief.
Nini and the Crown Thief.
Funding right now. The link is in the description below.
Yeah,
And Johnny Cage also has it in the chat. Thank you, sir.
Make my daughter happy. She wants many people to read, so please check it out.
Cool. Thanks for being here, Duder.
Yeah,
And,
you're welcome. Thanks for the opportunity to plug my comic. Much appreciated, bro.
Absolutely.
Nice meeting you.
Yeah, nice meeting you too, dude.
Have a good morning, my friend.
Yeah, you too. Thanks. Off to the madhouse now. The kids are awake. See ya.
Good
Bye-bye.
Alrighty. And with that, we're going to move on to our next guest, Matthew Fowler. What's up, my man?
Oh, hello, everyone. How's it going?
Hey.
Very well. Very well.
What up?
Good to
So I
see you,
guess
Vinny.
guess you know the drill now.
Yeah, man. Nice seeing you too.
Yeah, 5 questions. You hit me with them one at a time, and we kind of go over it. Sounds cool. Yeah.
Yeah, just wait for the wild card, man.
Yeah, you never know what she's going to pull. It could be perfectly innocent. It could be filthy and disgusting. You never know.
This one might be about underwear.
Filthy and disgusting. Come on.
I think
Always.
for the last one, I would have had to go Tarzan, though. Full barefoot for life. Because you're souls will harden eventually, you know, to deal with that heat or whatever, you know, if you're barefoot long enough. But the idea of taking a shower and then going to bed with the freaking shoes on is just nasty, you know.
We should have gone
Yeah.
with truth out there, just so you know.
Maybe we can do that in the future.
Upgrade.
Cool. But yeah, good to
What-
see you,
what-
man.
I was gonna say,
Oh,
what if
go
they're
ahead, man.
Crocs
Y'all Crocs, but then you're stuck wearing Crocs for life.
for the rest of your life?
Yeah, everyone's
In
gonna
which
think
case-
you're an asshole.
You'll jump off a bridge.
There's a lot of Croc hate out there. I've never quite understood it. I don't mind. Like if I got to just go to the convenience store quick or whatever, I might throw on a pair of Crocs. I'm not going to wear them out to a party or anything, but
3-piece suit and Crocs.
Before we start, I would like to please Pale Rider, if we can, because
course.
he asked for the cabbage, so he's the cabbage lady. I'm wearing the cabbage lady all the time. All the
there you
time,
go,
man.
Bell Rider.
Sexy and ready for you. Only to throw some glitter.
Ooh la la.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right,
Yeah.
so the pitch, Tiger Blues, Ultimate Martial Arts manga in the style of Dragon Ball Z, or you know, even Xenotype, you know, the kind of high tea, like Fist of the North Star type of thing.
Mhm.
And I quickly describe it in the pitch as Enter the Dragon meets the Island of Dr. Moreau. So we've got martial arts and animal experiment creatures, you know, going at it in a tournament. So it's kind of the pitch for this thing. It's mostly high action artwork. I was lucky enough to get Jose Garcia before he blew up, and he took his Luminovox style and changed it totally and went with a fully rendered black and white grayscale kind of thing with you know, all the zipatones and manga shadings and whatnot, so we could not do color and just do a full, you know, black and white, give it that feel of a, you know, a One Punch Man or something. I want to say it's a manga, but you know, it's not. It's an American comic. It just, you know,
Just
wants
say
to
it,
kind
say
of
it.
get that feel, you know.
Yeah.
We say manga style around here.
I'm old. I say Japanimation. And it's
Native
still-
tomatoes.
is that term is that term PC anymore?
I used to say it red, so probably not.
All right. There's the pitch. Some guys saying some stuff in the chat, but we're gonna get on to number 2, and I'm gonna scope that out. So yeah, this one's
All
pretty
right.
simple. We just want to know about you, maybe an experience you have. If you don't have any experience, that's cool. What got you into comics? Any of that.
Right. So, guess I got into comics initially through probably Scooby Doo cartoons. I don't know if you remember in the late 70s and early 80s, like every once in a while, Scooby Doo would have guest appearances of like the Harlem Globetrotters and Laurel and Hardy and whatnot.
Those are the
And,
best.
and I had always grown up having Superman pillowcases, you know, left over from the Christopher Reeves market push and, you know, stuff when I was young. But the first, like, actually me seeking out superheroes I remember is watching Scooby-Doo every day, which I hated, to hopefully catch the Batman and Robin episodes, you know, where they fight Joker and Penguin. So
Mhm.
that got me into comics, I guess, kind of, because that made me pick up the Secret Wars toys and the Superpowers toys. I think that's probably 84 at that point. And they came with the mini comics, and my Masters of the Universe joints all came with those mini comics too. So I was like, oh, these are really cool. And when I turned about 7 or 8, so going into 85, I'd say I'd start going to my local corner store, and my grandparents would send me to pick them up something from the market. And that's when I started buying those 75-cent comics and would just keep going back there to get the next thing, or go every day because I wanted to be there when the new issue came in. I didn't realize about ship dates or like new issues came out on a certain date. You know, I just was there as much
Right.
as possible to kind of get those stories. I don't know if you remember when those Marvel did the anniversary thing. So it would have like a shot of the hero, like Daredevil or Snake Eyes, and then like the whole Marvel universe kind of lining the side of the issue.
Yeah, yeah. I do
That's
remember
right
that.
when I started collecting comics. So I would buy anything with all those Marvel dudes on the side, and I was like, "Oh, those are like my Secret Wars guys, or my, the
Yeah.
stuff I'd been seeing." So
Dude,
yeah,
everything-
and then
everything
by
you
the
said
time, go ahead.
It's like a gateway drug, I think, for all of us so far. Everything you said up to that point is similar to me. I just want to say that. Holy crap!
And then the big flex was probably by the time '89 Batman came out, and then it was like there's shops for these things. They come out on Thursday. Be there, and you can get the new stuff, and that rolled right into the Brayfogle run on Detective. With 600, I believe it started, and I loved that. I had to be there. Everything for the new Detective Comics.
Hell yeah.
And then the X-Men stuff started happening with Magneto and Rogue in the Savage Land, and all that Jim Lee stuff over there, and then Image, and it just kind of blew up from there, really.
Claremont was a beast.
Yeah. I'm more of a fan of the Silvestri Larry Hama team that did all the Wolverine stuff, but Claremont's a little wordy for me. Like, I like him and all, but I can only hear Storm announce that she's a goddess and how her powers work, like every time she uses her powers. So like, I don't like Claremont. He talks too much. Yeah. But I mean, he's good and all, and classic and legendary and all that, but I'm just saying, like, I know he geared it up so that every new issue you read, like a new reader could get into it, and then you start collecting it like forward and backwards. Mm-hmm. But I just got tired of hearing her say like, "A goddess from the windswept," or Psylocke whenever she used her knife. Like, by my psychic ability, I use the Psyblade. It's like, it just didn't. A lot of that '90s stuff had paragraph dialogue bubbles in the middle of an action scene, like where they're jumping through the air and like yet saying like a whole huge. Mm-hmm. Paragraph, you know what I'm saying? Like,
his dialogue was a lot, but I liked his structure, what he did, and kind of what he mapped out for like the years. But I'm with you. Silvestri's run was fucking legendary as well. He's still one of my favorites.
Claremont left me with blue balls too many times too. Like, he would make so many B and C plots like that seemed super interesting, like the Reavers and the Slavers, and all that. C plots and backup stories that he would never resolve with like Madripoor and the Hand Ninjas, and it's like Claremont was just too much of a tease, for me with all those dangling things. By the late '90s, I'd just checked out completely. By the time the Joe Madura stuff was going full swing.
Tease, dangling bits. You're in the right place.
Yeah, that's for sure. All of that is welcome in the gays community. Let's move on. Oh shit, what was that? Number 1? Let's get a number 2. No, my bad.
The other creator is Jose Garcia.
There you go.
Artist is Jose. He's if you haven't heard of him, I don't know. He's like super high. Just got hired for All Caps. He's doing John Malin's godlike supplemental stuff, posters or whatever. He's hot, right? Luminavox is his thing right now. If you want to support him, check it out. But yeah, dude, Jose makes this thing possible. Like, he changed his whole style for me and took the source material and ideas I had from Street Fighter 2 development art from the early 90s from Bengus and the Capcom workshop, and he totally went to town on it. So yes, Jose is the true creator of this for sure. He makes it shine.
Yeah, he does
awesome art.
Yeah. I should probably rename these from 1, 2, 3, 4 to what they actually are. But yeah, number 3. So yeah, tell us a little bit about the universe of Tiger Blue. Obviously, it's different from anything we're used to.
Right.
Definitely get down with the martial arts aspect, but I'm sure there's much more to it than that.
So it takes place in the retrographics universe, I guess, of all my different titles. And you remember in Indiana Jones, that death god, they worship the Kali, with the guy that pulls out the hearts and, from Temple of Doom, right? Mm-hmm. So in my universe, the Kali was killed like a long time ago. So her spirit kind of talks to different people through the years and kind of convinces these people to go on different quests or whatnot to form a fortune, and that fortune is used to develop like a mechanical body for her to return to the world in, or like a genetically engineered body or whatever. It's broken into this secret society called Fortune, and they've worked throughout the years to kind of build her a body to return to the mortal world and, you know, fight in Armageddon or whatever. But Tiger Blue specifically takes place in like the late 30s, early 40s, around World War II time. And it's a division of this fortune thing. It's kind of like a subset of the Axis powers. So we have like the Japanese, the Italian, and the Germans. We got a doctor from Germany, an Italian mafia member from the United States, and the samurai. So the German scientist is making the
It's this guy, isn't it?
experiments. The Japanese samurai dude is training all the experiment, and the mobster is field testing them, like with gang wars and using them as enforcers and stuff. So anyway, this island is run by the group of Fortune that was developing like a genetic body replacement for the main villain of my universe. And the story is just hyper focused on that island and those particular experiments, competing to be the next enforcer, you know, for the mob guy. So it's like kind of like a precursor to the Axis powers, you know, just kind of secret organization, upstart secret society type of people, you know. But in this particular book, it's dealing with the genetic side of that overarching plot. The universe thing is weird because it's like I do like 3 different comics and they're all kind of connected but all individual. But yeah, so yeah, it's that.
Cool. So let's talk about some heroes, shall we?
Yeah, there's no heroes in Tiger Blue. They're all just varying degrees of badasses, and you root for the protagonist. But, you know, this is more of an origin story. He hasn't really done anything heroic yet, but it sets up potential for him to go on and either be a hero or go on to be a villain. You don't know. You have to, you know, you kind of have to read to see.
But it's not like Game of Thrones, right? When you start rooting for some character and suddenly, you know, he or she dies.
Well, yeah, but I promise there's no unexpected deaths. There's a lot of that, you know, in Dragon Ball when Goku beats someone's ass, they become his friend afterwards and like kind of join up with him a little bit. Mm-hmm. It's a little bit of that. Like once the field of dominance is kind of set, the other people kind of respect the one who kind of bested them. It's not like, oh, I hate you for life type stuff. You know, it's kind of honorable combat sort of situations. More than backstabbery. It's like about like let your skills, like, you know, prove what's good. Yeah.
Cool.
And the only manipulation, I guess, would be like people tricking people into having the fight, like where the fight is had. You know, like the Dark Knight scene from Frank Miller's Dark Knight Returns, where Batman breaks the mutant leader out of jail and fights him in the mud pit because he fought him earlier in the junkyard and he was too fast for him and young. And he beat Batman's ass, but then he fights him in the mud pit. They're both slow. Batman, you know, I'm a surgeon and this is my operating table, you know, type situation occurred for the mutant leader then. So this whole book is based on stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's cool. That's a cool element too. And I'm glad you put that in there because obviously you're going to be going for the favorable terrain.
Right. And then in this scene you see in the art that's shown is the very center of the book. And a tiger is fighting the snake, and they're both fighting in the grass, which enhances both their abilities anyway. So it's kind of like the ultimate matchup, you know, right in the center of the book.
That's cool.
Gotcha. Yeah. This you got some cool ideas here, man.
Ah,
Lord
thank you.
Ravenous, thank you very much for stopping in. Thank you for the sub. Appreciate it, my man. We're going to
This
move
dude
on.
is awesome. I mean, I don't even need to, like step in to help say something. Like he's just, on a
He's
roll.
got it, man. He's got it down.
Right?
Yeah, very good. By the way, dude, was it Psycho 66? That was a good book too.
Oh yeah, you were one of my backers. I appreciate that, man. I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah, man, great stuff.
All right, so I'm assuming we're going to get a similar answer with this question.
Everyone is the villain. No, not everyone. We have Regancy is the mobster who kind of field tests these experiments in a gang war in Chicago. We have the German scientist who makes the things. There's some, I don't know if you remember a few years back on YouTube, there was like this video of this jetpack samurai, like going around, like this guy made a jetpack and it was two samurais like sword fighting with these jetpacks on. Anyway,
I've never seen that, but now I want to.
I had Jose designed some samurai soldiers that wear the jetpack. So all the foot soldier, henchmen of this island are these like Darth Vader looking samurai jetpack dudes. They're pretty cool. They kind of, will direct you where to go on the island kind of while this trial is going on. And then we got
kind of like referees.
Nah, kind of like what are those two red dudes that stand on the side of the Emperor in Return of the Jedi? Those badass Imperial guards or whatever.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of like those type of things.
Gotcha.
For the
Just like the
representatives of
decoration.
fortune. Yeah, but they're tough too. So that type of thing. What else we got? We got the snake guy. We got a shark dude. Sharks are all the rage this year, it seems like. So we got our own shark guy. An eagle dude, an old mantis lady, and Tiger. And then Tiger's father, who dies at the beginning during a field test, which kind of sets the whole thing in motion to like get his replacement, from the island and stuff. And other than that, yeah, that's all the bad guys are actually all the characters in the thing. Other than there's a girl who's a veterinarian that's kind of like a medic for the different animals, for the different genetic ones. She's in there too. So she's kind of like the April O'Neil, I guess, of the group, or
Cool.
or the heart and soul of the thing. But yeah, that's all the characters, and all of them are villains, I guess, because they're all members of this, Cobra-esque organization, I guess.
Well, Pale Rider has had enough of this countdown music, apparently. So maybe I'll look into that. Maybe I'll switch it up for the future. But for right now, this is what you get.
You know what I would switch it for? You remember when you have the Walmart stream, the very, very few seconds in the very end?
Oh, really? You want that?
No. But that would be awesome. Okay, speaking of that.
Well, hold on. Before that, if for anyone who's not familiar, this is what Miriam's referring to. Is this what you want?
Yes. That's
So that-
it.
there-
My
there's
Red
last few
Rooster copy.
Okay, and speaking of which, Matt, are you ready for a question?
Hit me. I'm ready.
Fine. If you were a fart,
Ooh.
would you rather be the loud and proud type or the silent and deadly?
Oh, loud and proud, I guess. 'Cause just SBDs are disgusting and dense and just all in your nostrils when you get hit with one. I wouldn't want to exist as that. Like, that's just awful. I'd rather just,
Both are hilarious, though.
Okay.
And I can see benefits to being both.
Yeah, depends on the situation given, right? Mm-hmm.
explosive. It's over fast, and if anything, at least you get some laughter from people, you know?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
It's like Chipotle's and Taco Bell.
Yeah, the silent but deadly is pure disgust. There's no laughter involved.
Just tears.
It's like you're sitting watching TV and suddenly, oh my god. The problem is when you're sitting in that room alone, you know.
Right. Well,
That's
Matt,
when it's
you got a website as well, correct?
Yeah, I've got so much stuff going on. I kind of wanted to get it all in one place where everyone could just click on it, sign up for the email list of Tiger Blue, and go over do the Kickstarter of Dixie Rose.
Sinner.
And we still have stock from
Shame.
my first
Shame.
campaign, Citrus 66. So we sell directly on our store there. And I think we have some products and eBay stores for a bunch of the Nintendo artwork from the guy I represent on there too. And yeah, I figured we could get everything on one website, hopefully direct some traffic to it, get some sales, baby.
Very cool, man. And everybody, that's retrographicbooks.com. So go on and check that out. Thank you, Matt, for being here. It's a pleasure
I
to have
appreciate
you,
you
man.
guys for having me.
Yeah, man. Great looking book.
Thank you, Vinny.
Oh yeah, brother.
So yeah, everybody, the link for Tiger Blue is in the description below. Click on that, sign up, and yeah, it looks like a fabulous book, man.
For sure, man.
But alrighty, have a good day. Have a good day, Matt. We're gonna bring on our next guest, and yeah, have a good one, man.
All right, later, guys. Thanks for having me again.
Nice chatting with you.
Absolutely. Peace.
Yeah, I'm
What's
sorry,
up?
I was getting ready and another crazy question. So
That's all right. What's up, Horny Off? Good to see you, man. Lord Ravener says, "Silent but deadly. You can crop dust your coworkers." Now, see, now that's funny, especially in Walmart. I like to do that in Walmart. Just walk through an aisle, let one loose as you're walking through a crowd. Walk into the next aisle and just listen and enjoy. Next up, we got.
I have a question for Lord Ravener. What do you do in case of home office?
Well, I guess it depends on how much you like your own brand at that point. What's up, Matt? How you doing, man?
Hey, what's
Hey,
up,
buddy.
Red? How you doing, brother? How's it going, Vinny? How you doing here?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Yeah, I'm just got my Butch Cleaver 2 campaign up right now, and thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
My
So
pleasure.
I already watched it. You know the drill.
Yeah,
I'm going
absolutely.
One by one.
Yep, I know. Power Riders play it out on these, but you know, I'll make some adjustments. Okay, well, I'll make some adjustments. But for this stream, this is what we got. So, first question. Hit
So-
it.
So yeah, for the pitch, basically, if you threw Batman, Swamp Thing, Jonah Hex, and Hellboy, no Meat Grinder, Butch Cleaver would come out. If you haven't read the first book, Butch Cleaver is it's a gothic horror western, and it takes place in this town called Oubliette. And there's this dude in there named Butch Cleaver, and he's basically a butcher that was a brutal dude when he was alive, and he's brought back to life by a voodoo curse, and that curse gives him the power to weaponize bone on a molecular level. You know, so basically with this book, you're going to find out if he's going to try to use that power for revenge, reckoning, or redemption. But with Butch Cleaver 2, we're going to do a deep dive into his past. You're going to find out if he's the victim, the villain, or the victor. So that's a little bit for the pitch.
That's a good pitch.
He's what? The victim, Victor, what?
The victim, the villain, or the victor. Victorious.
Three V's.
Yeah.
Okay.
Triple V, yeah.
The 3 V's. Alrighty, my man. Next question. So yeah, this is where we learn a little bit more about you. I know you've had one fulfilled campaign already, but other than that, what are your influences? Where did you come from? What got you into this?
For sure, yeah. I'm just a kid from the 90s, California, LA, and I been drawing since I was 4. As a kid, me and my dad, and my grandpa, and my uncle, we were all into all the superhero stuff. My grandpa was into the pulps. He was into the Shadow, the Green Hornet. He was a cop in Detroit, so he had some influence on me. My grandma, she was a butcher too, so that kind of rubbed off on me a little bit for this story maybe. And then basically I just been drawing, and I took some art classes, read some, how to draw comics the Marvel way, know some buddies, and just kind of picked up some stuff along the way. Just been doing indie stuff now for I've been working on Butch Cleaver for about 10 years now, and publishing it. I think it's 5 years now. This is going on it. And yeah, man, I just write, pencil, ink, color, and letter, and edit the book. So that's a little bit about me.
Cool.
That's a lot of work, man. And you guys know that's a lot of work.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work.
That's great though, that most of your family was all into that kind of stuff. That is really cool.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it is nice to get some. I'm sure you get some support, which is something a lot of us don't get from people we know.
Oh yeah, man. My wife's a big support of me. She's the biggest, and then the whole community, everybody, Comicsgate, they're there for my back, and they, it's awesome, man. And if I didn't have this community, the first book wouldn't have gotten funded. So, and I just hit the 30-day extend, so it's been going pretty good. But yeah.
Nice, man.
Cool.
Very
Let's
cool.
let's talk a little bit more about Butch. So what's this universe look like? I know, I think it's your first book. You have a nice mixture of cultures throughout your book, which I think is really cool and fascinating.
Yeah, so for me, the universe, when I started writing Butch Cleaver, I wanted to have a bunch of different ethnicities in there. And for me, like writing the dialogue, I'm really inspired by actually like movies like Tarantino, the Coen brothers, Mike Judge, like just a blue collar, just different people, fun stuff to listen to when you're watching the movie. So I take that, and then when you're having different ethnicities in your book, I think it makes it funner, man. And I wanted to make a world that was basically like a town that was in somewhere by Texas and New Orleans that existed in a parallel reality to ours. So basically pirates and ninjas and samurais and banditos and, what have you, could go into this place called Oubliette and kind of get lost there somehow. But I'll go into that probably in another book. But that's basically what Oubliette is. And it's basically a bunch of artisans came there during the Renaissance and built a lot of cathedrals. And a lot of these cathedrals now have been retrofitted into slaughterhouses.
Go back.
Go back?
Yes.
Oh boy.
I
How
want the
far?
bottle opener. I
Oh,
swear
yeah.
I stopped drinking
I got
beer from I'm
nice.
gonna start drinking beer from bottles. I'm never gonna buy a can. I want that.
I'm not drinking beer right now. I've been sober for about 3 weeks. I got a walking pneumonia, but anyways.
Oh man.
Oof.
Damn.
Yeah.
Is
But,
that coming from Phoenix Animation or elsewhere?
Yeah. Phoenix Animation. He's doing it, man.
Cool.
And
It's really cool.
but
And
yeah,
the
that-
poster wanted. That's also awesome. Yeah, I really.
Oh,
think
thanks.
That one.
hell yeah. Thank
Yeah,
you.
it's beautiful looking stuff.
May I
And-
proceed, Miriam?
Yes.
Cool. Shit, Matt. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off there.
No, that's cool. I'm just trying to figure out what to say. It's a lot of stuff to kind of, because it's 2 books, but I don't want to spoil anything, but I want people to know about it,
Yeah,
I'm
that's-
sorry, Matt. Sorry, Matt. Beanie is just demanding here.
Well,
I
that's
just put
actually
this picture up too, like last night, because like I figured sometimes less is more, but I'm like, Butch Cleaver, more is more. 'Cause
Yeah.
people gotta,
That's true.
just with this one, because I wanted to, because this one you're going into his origin a little more. You're going to show him as a kid. You're going to see his parents. They met. They're from the from his parents are basically British and Irish, and one's Catholic and the other one is Christian. So they have that like feud, and they end up coming here to this world, and the mom gets the dowry, and they buy a slaughterhouse, and Butch kind of comes into the picture, and some things happen.
Before you get there, Matt, let's hit this. Man, I did it again. I think we're on this one. Yeah, that's the right one.
Yep. And somebody remembers numbers. Cool.
All right. So yeah, let's talk a little bit about Butch himself. If he is the hero, or maybe he's not. Maybe we'll be talking about him on the next one as well.
So yeah, that's kind of like the main theme about this book right here, and kind of the whole arc. If I do get to the third book, and that's the name of this one, is he, the victim, the villain, or the victor, and you're gonna find out if he has any redeeming qualities, because when he was a kid, he was might have been a good kid, and something might have happened to him to make him the way he is, and
Hollywood.
Holly weird, Holly woke, and he there is some heroes in the town. There's a bartender named Wargbjorn, and he's a Viking, and basically his town it's a meat hall saloon, and like the roof is a Viking ship turned upside down, and the door is a Viking shield cut in half, and that's his buddy. And when Butch was alive, he was a kind of like a mob enforcer for the meat company, and he would go around and extort money from people. So you're going to get a little bit of that in the second book, and he buddies up with that guy kind of in the first book without spoiling it too much more. And you also meet Chieftain Wallace, which is another buddy of his. He's the descendant of William Wallace, so he's basically half Scottish, half Native American, and he has William Wallace's his great grandfather's sword passed down to him. So he's trying to. That's another side story, but yeah, those are some of the heroes, because I wanted to touch on some hero characters in the book.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Time Prophet is very sensitive about how British people are portrayed in books.
You don't?
Yeah.
He says Dick Van Dyke is not how British people sound.
Right.
Alrighty, on to number 5.
Let's do the bad
Villains.
guys.
Who doesn't like a good villain?
So yeah, this town they're all, it's a pretty bad town. It's a town of a lot of villains. Right there, he's fighting some voodoo zombies. The main villain in this arc is or in this book, I'm sorry, is the voodoo doll, and basically he's a preacher pimp. He has an establishment. The front of the house is the House of Love. It's his church, and in the back is the dollhouse. That's where he has his prostitution going on.
That sounded a little creepy at first.
Yeah. Oh, he's creepy, man. And he has a voodoo doll of everybody in town that he does business with. So if you step out of line, he'll take out the voodoo doll of you, and he turn you into a cactus or a pincushion. And so that's basically what happened with. Yeah, that's what happened to Butch and his employer, Whitey Ratatouille, the White Rat. So you're gonna get some of that in there, and that's how basically Butch got his powers. And in this book, it's kind of it's like I said, half the book is his origin, and then the other half is it's going to go into basically where the first book picks off, and it's kind of inspired by like Evil Dead and Dread or The Raid. So he's going to be going up against a cabal of different villains. He's going to start at the dollhouse and work his way up to the bad guy. And there's a lot of like mini bosses, if you will, that he has to go through to get to the voodoo doll.
You always want to start at the brothel, right?
Yeah.
That's always good. Anytime you're confused, you don't know where to go, start at the brothel.
Start there and then
bring your
go to church.
This cactus thing kind of reminded me, guys. Do you remember when Carla pretty much came up with the notion, like somebody can fuck themselves with a cactus? Well, this dude is making the person a favor. Turn me into the cactus, please.
Oh my, Katie.
Wow, yeah. What's up, Fish Chairs? Good to see you, man. Came in at just the right time, apparently.
Cactuses are cool. I'm just saying. They're the only plants that survived my care. So.
Cool. We're gonna kick it up. Katie, I hope you're ready for this. Number 6.
Yeah, since you entertained me with the cactus thing, I'm just gonna give you a choice. Do you want the mild one or do you want a spicy one?
Doesn't matter. Flip the coin.
Thank you, Lord Ravener. Appreciate it.
Okay, fine. You're gonna get the spicy one. So, would you rather eat poop flavored ice cream or ice cream flavored poop?
Oh,
Poop flavored ice cream.
I'd have to agree.
Yeah, rather than frozen surprise, you know.
It's just in the back of your mind, you know you're still eating ice cream. You're not going to think about that 5 years from now and be like, I ate shit.
Yeah, right.
Come on, but that's pretty much the same as if you open the fridge, take out like a 2-month-old milk, and you're drinking it, right? And it's like you're thinking about it. Yeah, it's milk, but you know the reflex goes just.
Yeah. Ugh.
I was waiting for Matt to say I'm lactose intolerant. Next question.
I probably am now.
And fecal intolerant.
Okay,
Yeah.
almond milk, finish, especially for your almond milk, 3 months old.
No soy milk.
Johnny Cage says anything is a dildo if you're brave enough.
Cactus.
God.
Owie.
Damn, Johnny.
Cool. Everybody, check out Butch Cleaver Book 2. If you didn't get number 1, is that available on this campaign as well?
Yeah, and I have it in a featured tier where it comes with a sketch by me, like a bust, and it's I believe a 10x7 Bristol board that I do with India ink. So,
Oh, very cool.
and it's $5 off if you buy the featured tier. So,
Oh, sweet. Well, there you go. If you haven't gotten on it already, yeah, now's the time. Matt just renewed for another 30 days. Let's make this happen.
thanks, man.
Absolutely, man. Thanks for being here. Good to see you, brother.
You too.
You're always
Thanks,
welcome,
guys.
man.
Yeah.
Oh,
good
yeah,
seeing
thank you.
again.
You too.
Take it easy, man. Alrighty. So yeah, check out Butch Cleaver. That's the link for all of these is in the description below, in case you're wondering. But yeah, we're gonna bring in our next guest. That is Connery. What's up, man? Are you there? We'll give it a 3 count, and we'll move on to Aaron.
1, 2, 3. What? Who said that? Vinny, it was you.
All right, let's try Aaron. Aaron, you here, man?
Hey, how's it going?
Not too bad. I know. I know it can be a little boring sitting in the back waiting. So thank you for hanging in
I
there.
was eating some tapioca.
Oops, wrong campaign. There we go. Wolf's Bane. What's up, man? So we're going to start off with number 1, and that's the pitch.
Let's do it.
Okay. Okay. So think of NCIS meets The Wolfman with a little bit of the tone of that Dracula movie with Gary Oldman in it. So it's horror style noir story that takes place in the modern day. So this is pretty much a setting where nobody really knows that monsters actually exist. And there's this detective that is uncovering all this for the first time, and it shakes up his moral compass of right and wrong.
Very cool.
Okay.
That sounds cool. So kind of like, I mean, I don't like comparing stuff too much, but in the vein of like a more serious supernatural type.
I would say so. All throughout, I wanted to give it still like a comic book vibe, because after all, this is a comic book. But
Right.
I wanted you to still have fun with it and see some things that you like to do. You know what I mean. I want you to see things that you would like if you were like watching a horror movie.
Cool.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I just remembered that my dad really loves NCIS. I was just about to ask whether you have Dinozo in it, but nah.
Alrighty, let's move on to number 2. So give us a little background on yourself, Aaron. I know this is my first time really talking to you. So, like, what are your influences? Where'd you come from? What really inspired you to tell these stories?
Well, it all started at my birth in Camden. But I started getting into comic books around the time when I first saw Spider-Man 2. after that, it fueled my love for comic books, and I managed to find a stash of my uncle's reprints of the Amazing Fantasy comics with Spider-Man in it. So after that, I decided, hey, I actually want to draw this character. He looks super dope, and that's what I did. Even though the drawings were pretty crap, I'm not gonna lie. But
Well, nobody
after a
starts
while-
out perfect.
Yeah, man.
True, you're right about that.
You
I
keep
really
leveling up. That's the thing.
exactly. I literally just got back into drawing after like 5 years of not doing anything. But anyway, I really do love my main passion is like superhero comics. Oh yeah, definitely has to be Sir Bancroft. But my main passion is superhero comics. But in this day and age, I felt like it wasn't really the right time to do one yet. I think I need a little bit more experience with that because the market is kind of it has a lot of them.
Yeah, and I know in this particular atmosphere, like superhero comics aren't even that. I don't know. I don't want to say they're not in demand, but they're not. You know, it's not. There really isn't a big demand right now. It's a lot of stuff like this, really, like the noir stuff, the darker, gritty stuff is what we're seeing a lot of people craving.
Yeah.
So I think you made a good choice with that. I mean, I would like to do something with superheroes someday, but yeah, maybe not right now.
Nah, I feel that.
Yeah. No, this looks great, man.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. You
My
don't have,
art
you
is
you don't have to
really
worry
good.
about superheroes.
I like the combination of like the balance of the black parts, you know, the ink
Yeah.
parts.
Yeah.
My artist, his name is Thomas Muzzle. He really did a good job inking it. But credits to the colors goes to Alex Kutry. I believe that's his name. He's actually suggested that I do it in this style. If you look at the backgrounds, it has a sort of painted style to it.
Cool.
Yeah, man. All right, so let's learn a little bit more about the universe itself.
Yep.
So this is more, yeah, we want to get into more of the surroundings. I mean, I take it it's kind of like a modern day Earth, but with a dark twist.
Oh, definitely. So in this universe, it's pretty much I took a lot of references to like classic literature, other monster movies and whatnot. But in this universe, most of those tales actually existed, and it's there's this secret organization that's been plotting to keep everything under wraps so that the human population doesn't get too freaked out by it. So the main character in here, when he finds out about this thing, he just doesn't know what to believe, and again, it shakes up his moral compass and everything else. But I plan to have other characters. Like for starters, there's a Wolfman, but there are also other monsters in it. Like I want to say vampires exist. Yeah, and like that.
Cool.
That's pretty
I like the overlapping. That's really cool.
Yeah, that
Thank
is cool.
Yeah, the glass coming out of the panel and all that. That's pretty cool.
So you're not ruling anything out here. Pretty much all monsters imaginable could be on the table.
Oh, definitely. I wanted to keep the reader guessing to see which monster shows up in like each issue and whatnot. And what was I gonna say? I wanted to also add the aspects of like since you have these different monsters and everything, wouldn't it be cool like in like each couple of arcs you get like a cool dope fight?
Oh yeah, yeah. Monster fights are
Absolutely.
always great.
The Beast Wars.
Beast Wars. Mogwai's off to take a nap. Have a good day, man. Thanks for popping in.
All right, take
Cool,
care.
man.
Good dreams.
Good seeing you, brother.
Cool. Well, let's learn more about the heroes themselves. if there are heroes. Maybe I should
NCIS.
title that antagonists or protagonists and antagonists.
Protagonist might be a good one. Technically, nobody in here is a hero. Everyone in this story has a sort of dark side to them, and some characters bring it more into the light, while other characters hide it in the shadow. So, for instance, Detective Mulligan, the guy in the trench coat, on the surface he's a pretty good guy. He's an outstanding cop, veteran in his field, but there's a secret that he doesn't really. It's not that he doesn't want people to know. It's just that people don't look into it, and they don't really pry into it. While you have his partner, he's more of a loose cannon. He doesn't do things by the book, but inside he's a good man, and he just wants to protect people. And there's also this other girl. Because in this first issue, there's a murder case that's going on, and while they're trying to figure out who killed him, the victim's daughter, which is her right there, she's making the case more difficult. So she has her own inner demons that she's personally fighting, and you'll find out later on in the book her stance on everything, and it throughout the story it drives on to this deeper plot of her internal struggle.
There's women always making things more difficult.
Damn.
I see it. He said.
Always.
What's up, humans here? What's up, man? Good to see you, brother. Lord Ravender says, "Wow, the price is incredible."
Yeah. For me, I came into this thinking I don't really want to make money off of this. I don't really. I don't know. I've been burned by high-priced books before. I wanted to focus on the story and make it accessible to people. That way, if you guys like it, I can pump more of them out.
Right, and that's always definitely a good starting point. Is just get your work out there, let people see what you're doing, and just go from there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But
like the inking on those.
It is. Oh,
yeah,
that one.
Inking's good.
Thank you. This one I actually I nicknamed it the Scooby-Doo cover.
We have the
the eyes.
Scooby-Doo somewhere in the chat, right?
Yeah, Scooby-Doo's popular today.
Yeah, I think Wookie was on the roll a little bit while ago.
All right, so I think I have a suspicion of what the answer to this next question might be, but we're going to pose it anyway. How about them villains?
Oh, shoot. Believe it or not, first I get to talk all about Wolf Boy, but before that, there are actually a lot of actual villains in this thing. So, I'm trying to see. In later on down the road, there's this guy. He's just like he's in the organization that's trying to keep everything under wraps, and he later meets one of the characters, and it turns into this huge conflict, and he just takes a huge turn of like a wrestling heel or something, you know? He's that guy that you hate him, but you love to hate him.
Right. That really does make a good villain.
Yeah.
I really can't take my eyes off the picture there. I can't.
Oh, that one?
Yeah.
Dude. That one's pretty good. It was drawn by Dan Smith, if you've heard of him. He's the guy that made the Worms Crawl In graphic novel.
Right. I mean the emotion and the precision and all that, it's just insane.
Yeah, he's a genius, man. Straight up genius.
Yeah, these are amazing. I really like that.
But the Beast of Bancroft, which I think one of the guys in the chat actually got his name.
Yeah, Fish Chaser was asking about that. I actually thought he was joking about Michael Bancroft. but-
Yeah, me too.
That's purely
The hands are better.
coincidence. I did not know.
Hey, there's more than one Bancroft in the world, right?
Yeah, and Bancroft has a closet with beasts in it.
Yeah, like
It's
literally
his
when I
pants.
came up with that name, it was just a draw of the hat. I just wanted something that sounded cool.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, I think so.
You
But
nailed it.
with him, he's more conflicted than anything else. Like for my book, I've noticed that werewolves have been done a lot, and I needed something to help stand out. So with him, his main problem is not that he's a werewolf, but that he's dealing with stuff, his everyday life that happened to him before he had his first transformation. So basically, like after he transformed, it's like, oh shoot, yeah, forget me killing all these people. My life kind of sucks right now. I don't want to deal with that. I'd rather be a werewolf.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I mean, it
me
could
too.
be a nice escape from life. Sometimes I'd like to be a werewolf.
Yeah.
I'm already a vampire.
Oh shoot.
Yeah,
Really?
certainly feels like it.
Dude,
some days, doesn't it?
the fact that you don't sleep doesn't make you a vampire.
Yeah, you got to suck things, Vinny.
Mhm, mhm.
Yo, you taking applications?
Or take a cactus. Oh my
Damn.
god.
The A's went off the
I'm a
chain
night person
today.
anyway. Why not?
Just titties.
Oh, there's Vinny's wild card question. Taking applications for sucking Vinny. All right. Speaking of, let's move on to that final
I'm
question.
on the Bronx stream.
I think Vinny's answer would be rather like I would rather take the cactus. Thank you.
Listen, this is Andrew Homosexual. All kinds of sex and touching and kissing, LGBTQ, women, children, young, old, they're all welcome. Thank you.
You forget the necrophilia and dendrophilia.
Oh,
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
yeah. I like ham too.
I'm asexual. Thank you very much.
Okay. Question. My question for you is: how many second graders do you think you could fight off before you become overwhelmed?
Okay. So are they all coming at me at once? Or are they
Depends.
like lined up
we
single
can
file?
we can go both scenarios.
Like you're being swarmed by zombies, that kind of scenario, or just like a one at a time.
Yeah, I understood it, but I just want to hear both cases.
Okay, so if they were just lined up waiting to beat my ass, I don't know. My stamina is not that good, but it has pulled me through some difficult situations. So I'd probably say like at least 10. But if they're all jumping me at once, I'd say like I'm gonna cut that down to like 3. One of them's gonna kick me in the nuts.
At least he's honest.
Cool.
Roundhouse.
Matt's saying 100.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm Jesus.
Macho
I'm
Man over here.
kind of running
was
out
the-
of questions.
What was the grade again?
Second grade.
Oh,
Second grade.
Wait, how old are they then?
Well, that's like I don't know, 8,
Like-
7, 8.
Yeah,
or
probably
so.
7 or 8. They
Well, I
can
know
get pretty
some
nasty.
7th graders. Nah.
Come on, I had experience with second graders. They're very clingy and nice. You know,
I'm
they
with-
just want to be super
Not
fun.
when they're trying to beat your ass.
I'm
Well,
with
you
retro, man.
probably
It's-
piss them off to the point where they just consider you a really bad person. That's why you deserve it. There.
Good to see you, Nick.
Shit. They do go fly when you kick. I mean, I
They
don't know
do.
anything about that. Roundhouse.
Alrighty. Well, thanks for being here, Aaron. Everybody go check out Wolfsbane. The link is in the description below. Looks like a quality book for a decent amount of money. So yeah, check that out.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, thank you for having me, guys. It's
Great,
a real
man.
treat.
Absolutely,
Nice
man.
chatting with you.
Nice to meet you.
All right, take care.
You too, my friend. And last but not least, Connery, do we have you?
Yep.
Awesome.
Hello, everyone.
How you doing, man? Thanks for hanging in there. I know it's it wears on you just sitting back there.
Oh, it's
Appreciate
no
it.
problem. Luckily, I have stuff to do at times, so.
Yeah, that's one plus, right? So I got the right one, right?
Yep.
Okay, sorry, I got a ton of tabs up here. I just wanted to make sure. Alrighty, man. So we're
White
going to
one. I got it.
right. Okay, that was a Freudian slip. Lord Ravener says they're weak, but they'll grab your clothes and bog you down. That's very true. Very true. Man's got a point. But Connor, yeah, we're going to get right into it, and we're going to start with the pitch.
Pitch it.
Don't worry, I'm about to get to it. So, the book is about Sunny, the daughter of a shapeshifter, or this universe's version of shapeshifters called shifters, who was known as the hero in his home universe. And Sunny has a secret, one that she's been planning on using to change the world and be a hero. Now the moment is here, and she's unsure if she can rise to the occasion. Enter the world of Shiobia and discover the secrets of shifters and the role they play in a changing world.
Very cool. So you
That
had
was
that.
fast.
Yeah, you had that good and prepared and ready. It's awesome, man.
I was just getting ready into it, it's just getting ready to listen to it for a little bit longer, Just good story, man. And you just suddenly just cut it off.
Well, I mean, there's plenty more to listen to because we got to talk about the universe, right? But first, let's talk about the creator. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Connery. Where did you come from? How did you get into making comics? What's your inspirations? All that good stuff.
Well, it is a long story, but I'll keep it a little shorter. So, in 2011, I fully got my online presence known when I started going to be a YouTube creator. There, I met my buddy Gio, also known as the Wild Mew, and we helped create what would become Wild Animation Network, which is our animation collab company. And over the course of a couple of years, we did a couple of Go Anime projects, short films, those type of things, and it's how I developed my love of filmmaking and stuff like that. And then about 2016, 2017, we officially stopped doing Go Anime videos, and we've been doing our own stuff. And during this time, I got back into comics, not the mainstream, but more indie stuff. And it's how I really developed more my storytelling potential. And about 2020, when I was helping out Gio on a couple projects, I was starting to gear up for what would become my first comic project. And in early 2021, at least I officially incorporated everything under Dragon Multimedia LLC, and Shift was fully on board and ready to go by then. So
Very
then
cool.
we started getting all of the pieces together, and that's how we are where we are today.
Cool, man.
Nice.
Bruce Lombardi, thank you very much, my friend. I appreciate that, and thank you for being here. Bruce is a good dude, everybody. If you don't know who he is, check out McKinney's channel. Bruce, if you have a channel, I think you're wrenched. I'm not positive. If you're not, throw it in the chat. Johnny Cage, putting that on you. Thank you very much, my friend.
Yeah, Bruce is awesome.
Yeah,
I
Bruce
really
is
like
a great,
the color
great dude.
scheme.
Yeah, these look great.
Yeah, it's definitely a it's based on the inspirations, which was my dog Bianca, my dad who got me into comics in the first place, the Sonic comics when they were good, the cartoons I used to watch. Like you could definitely see a little bit of the anime style, like Sonic X, Pokemon, a little bit of the 2000 style, like the Ben 10 shows, and a lot of the
I
cartoons
was
of
just
that
about
era.
to ask that, yeah. Because
And-
the creature can reminds me of Pokemon.
Mhm. It's definitely that idea of early 2000s love that it really isn't in a lot of comics anymore. So we wanted to, or at least I wanted to have something similar. So I brought my artist Ringo and his colorist Enigma, who came for the ride. And they have done such a great job on the artwork. And we also had help from our writer and project manager, at least for the Indiegogo, helping set that up, Michael Oden, who this is his first time doing a project like this, but his writing has been, it's wonderful. And he's been such a great help as well, especially setting this page up and also setting the pieces together, which have been very useful, and also giving us some good advice.
Very cool. Bruce says Bruce Lombardo 75 is his YouTube, so check that out. Yeah, we appreciate you, man. All right, folks. Now let's talk about the universe.
Okay, sorry, that me.
Well,
Just a little more depth into the universe of Shift itself, like the
So-
setting.
as mentioned before, it evolves around a universe where shapeshifters have been coming to this universe for over the course of a bit of time. And they've been looking for a new home and stuff. And the idea with that is because of circumstance that happened on their universe, they had to move to this new universe, which is Shiobia. And that's why it's a little bit of, well, where were they before? The idea is that they were hidden for quite a long time. And again, Sunny's probably the first time that it's done publicly, quote unquote, because not everybody was there, especially since duh. But, well, I say duh once you read the story, because then you realize, oh, that makes way too much sense. And the idea is, again, these shapeshifters are coming to this new universe, and this is the first time people are going to start noticing them, and it's really going to have an impact on the story going forward. And so we really wanted to build such a unique universe where what would happen if this one universe that's different gets another universe that's different speciality, which is absolutely something that's incredibly interesting.
Just
Especially
colliding and clashing.
Mhm.
I have a
Yeah.
technical question. I would like to know, like, there's this tiny animation in the middle.
Yep.
Like how long does it take to make such a thing?
I have no idea. What I did was I actually got. He was a newbie at the time on Fiverr, but he's become a little bit of a well-known on that site, and he actually did the animation for me,
Mhm.
and he did such a great job.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
cool.
It looks really cool.
Yeah, that is cool. You got a lot more going
And I could-
on in there. at Second glance.
Mhm.
Yeah, we go. Beta, what's up, my man? Thanks for stopping in, or lady, not sure. Well, thank you for being here. Alrighty, so let's move on to the heroes. Obviously, Sunny is one of our heroes.
Yep, and the idea is she's obviously a shifter, and the two model sheets you see here are actually both of her forms. One is a normal lizard, and another is one that she can access. Fortunately, it's the only one she knows because in this universe, it's extremely hard to master your abilities, but once you do, you can have potentially unlimited forms. However, very few shifters even get to it, and it's extremely hard to do. So as of right now, Sunny only has her strings, quote unquote, form, which she jokingly calls based on her last name. And the idea with that is it's a spider tar form. So it's a lot more, let's just say, powerful than a normal spider form, but a lot of the agility is put to the wayside because, again, there's a cost to that added strength.
Gotcha. So each they kind of have an ability to almost level up.
Yes.
Okay, is there any special reason why in her humanoid form she has like regular number of limbs, and in her shifter form she has double the amount?
Because that's basically what became of her first form when she was a child. So when she transforms into it, she remembers that version of the form and not a later one, which I don't want to spoil things, but all I'm going to say is that's the current version of the form. But later on, she finds out about some other things that cause the form to change a little bit, but I won't spoil much after that.
I'm just trying to picture when she's running in that form, how does it look like,
Mm-hmm. Just imagine a centaur, basically, a mix of a centaur and a human.
Gotcha. So she uses the 4 legs to walk and run.
Yes.
The 4 on the bottom.
Okay.
What's up, Planet Tobor? How you doing, my man? Thanks for being here. And then we're going to move on to the villains. So what kind of challenges is Sunny going to face?
If possible, can I share my screen if possible?
Oh, certainly.
So the villain Bowie's not on either of the pages I sent, but I do have a model sheet and stuff that I can share. So let me pull it up.
Yep. Vinny, sing a song while we're waiting.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. But just don't forget it needs to be really bad so we don't get
Yeah,
you
that's
can
funny. So
you can't do that.
this is Bowie. This is the main villain, or at least of issue 1, the main villain that we have revealed publicly so far of Shift.
Very cool.
Oh,
And
it's
it's
really
kind of like a
cool.
wolf shark hybrid.
It's a cat
Mhm.
shark.
Gotcha.
Cat shark.
Nice.
Is this is he more of a land and sea? I mean, I take it
Yes,
obviously
land and sea.
breathing water and whatnot. Cool,
Mhm.
cool.
I have another question. I can see the tail. Does it have fur on the tail?
Yes.
And what is his motivation? Why is he such a jerk?
Basically, he's after Sunny, but it's not explained until A, you read the book, and B, later. But basically, he's after Sunny and her family. And I don't want to explain it now because it goes into a bit of spoiler territory, but let's just say he has a vendetta.
Gotcha. One of those bloodline things.
Makes sense. Got motivation to attack and go after them.
Cool, cool.
I like
Are
the
there
design.
any other villains in the first book, or is he going to be kind of the sole threat?
There is going to be a sidekick, and there's also going to be another main villain that'll be introduced in a later issue, but that's going ahead, and I don't want to go ahead.
I gotcha.
No spoiling. No spoiling.
No spoiling.
Never any spoiling.
I got one though that you might like.
What's that?
There's got to be a secret werewolf in it.
Okay, you got me.
That's all it takes.
Oh.
Cool. Well,
These
Katie,
are cool designs. I like them.
they are cool designs. Yeah.
Mhm. Again, a lot of them was mainly thanks to Mingo because we had the designs before, but he did a lot of the redesigning work,
Mhm.
and he added a lot of elements to the characters that weren't there before, and really helped really make that style a lot more. I would say simplified because that's not exactly true, but I'd say a lot more defined.
Yeah, and more unified.
Correct.
Very cool.
Yes.
man.
Is he going to have multiple forms as well?
Not in issue 1, but maybe.
Maybe.
Cool. So check out Shift, everybody. Katie, you're up.
So I had this really cool question prepared, but then we started talking about Pokemon a little bit. So my question goes: which Pokemon started would you choose? Would it be Bulbasaur, Charmander, or Squirtle, and why?
Charmander because Charizard.
That was very fast.
Yeah, I didn't have to think about that at all.
Yeah, I know. I was just expecting, to go a little bit, like.
If you ask me, I prefer Chimchar and Oshawott. Fight me.
Right. No, I mean, just like that because that and no. I really need to work on those questions, like make them more open questions, where you need to speak a lot. So, yeah.
Well, sometimes people just know what they want right off the bat. They know.
Yeah.
It happens. And it's all good. So thank you, Connery, for being here, my friend. Everybody sign up for Shifts. That's going to be... Do you know when that's going to be launching?
End of August.
Alrighty. So yeah, you got a month, folks. Sign up. Get on that mailing list and look forward to the launch at the end of August.
Yep.
Nice.
So cool, man. Thank you for being here, my friend.
No problem. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Best of
No.
luck.
My pleasure. Yeah, best of luck to you. Alrighty. So, Simon got here. What's up, man? How you doing?
What up,
Hey,
Tim?
Sam.
Getting ready to wrap here shortly, but yeah. Also, don't forget to check out Bond's Shadow of the Kraken and Sunstorm Wings of Vengeance. I think Katie has something she would like to share.
Yes. I'm just working on this page, and I'm super excited because I finally, after super long time of persuading me, it could be done like this, and it's been done in Western comics, and I was like, no, that's not how you do it in manga. So I decided to finally use this secret move of Vinny. How do we call that professionally? When you use the movement, of this, that, and
The
that.
motion?
Yeah, pretty much.
Motion lens?
Yeah, something
Yeah.
like that. So I
Looks
did.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you can
I need
yeah.
to finish.
Yeah. Seeing the motion, the action is excellent. You've been killing it with these pages.
Oh my god! I mean, I've been out for a week. Like for a week, my hands didn't touch a pencil, and now I came back and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do it.
There you go.
And doing it well.
Like O.J. Simpson slipping into a nice glove.
Time of dying is here. What's up? Good to see you. Thank you for stopping in. But yeah, we are about to wrap it here. Thank you all for being here. And yeah, I'm not feeling great, so we're just gonna wrap. If y'all don't mind.
And
No problem, brother.
just quickly, if you're interested, we're doing this stream next week again.
Yes. Yeah. If you got a project to promote, look out for that tweet. It's going to be going out Tuesday or Wednesday. Keep on the lookout. It can come from either one of us. So yeah, just post your link to your campaign on that tweet, and we'll see what we can do to get you in here.
And tomorrow at 4 p.m., I'm going to be hosting a stream. I'll have on Katie. Red should be there as well. And Metal Movies and Brewskis. And we'll talk about Butch Cleaver 2 and cover some other great stuff.
Awesome.
So very cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks again, everybody, for being here. Bruce Lombardo, you're awesome, dude. Lord Ravener, Time Prophet, Ryan Cardinal, Simon. There's so many.
I just wanted to say
I'm
that
dying.
we climbed up to 34 likes, which is very cool, and thank you all for that.
That is very cool. Thank you all very much for that.
Hell yeah.
If I left anybody out, I didn't mean to. I'm just getting ready to take a nap. So thanks again, everybody, and thanks everybody who came on to promote their books. Have a good night, everyone, and we'll catch you on Vinny's tomorrow, hopefully.
Yeah.
Peace.
Have a great one, guys. Bye.